Hello and welcome to Eat Sleep Code. I'm your host, Ed Charbonneau, and with me today is my co-host, John Bristow. How are you doing, John?
I'm great. Got a good week here. I hope things are well with you. Very busy week in the tech world. Servers melting, new laws going into effect, new products, new announcements. Really exciting.
It is exciting stuff, and I'm missing a link. Give me 1 second. Let me get this. Where'd it go?
It's all
Today,
happening today.
yeah, this is a very meta thing happening now. I must have accidentally closed out the thing that I wanted to share first. So let me get. Okay, I've got it. I've almost got it. Almost got it.
Hold it. Hold it. Stay on target.
There it goes.
Sorry, this is a deep
All
cut.
right. I'm dragging and dropping things everywhere. All right. Let's go to the topic that everybody is talking about already, and that is
Yes, US one.
I love this I love this graphic though. It's like absolutely perfect.
Yep.
It applies to so much.
Yes.
It's the worst AWS outage in history so far.
Yes.
And I did a quick search on this, John. I don't know if you heard what actually caused this or not.
No, but I did regret the alarm clock that woke me up that morning yesterday. So
So, oh, I am sharing. Nope. What's this thing? Man, I am blundering all of the
yes.
shares today. Share this. There we go. Apparently, there was a DNS issue,
Oh, good.
of all
When
things.
it when in doubt, blame DNS.
So there was a broad range of services out. Alexa, Snapchat. Oh, poor Fortnite. Banking applications. Tom's Hardware Guide. So it's
Yeah.
DNS failure from North Virginia data centers rendered AWS services inaccessible for hours.
You watch these Hollywood films of the meteor or the alien race or the virus that takes out humanity. None of those will occur. We've shown recently with COVID we can survive. What will be the downfall of our existence will be a server DNS failure. That will be the movie. It will be like in a world where computers are king, sort of thing. It would just be like, what do you mean you updated the table? And then it's like, cut to cut scene, people scrambling around servers, and then at the end it will be just like, all the servers will be on fire. The robots will have taken over, and they'll be like, well, we should have probably done something about DNS.
This, I think, highlights the stupidity of all of this, and that is our reliance on the most basic of things, needing the internet.
Okay.
And there is a manufacturer that makes beds.
Oh
I pulled the
God.
wrong.
Okay.
I think I pulled the wrong tweet.
Oh, they
Oh,
all
there it
got
is.
stuck in a certain
Yeah.
position or something.
Yeah. So Eight Sleep, they have a bed that requires a not only the internet but a special subscription
Oh, perfect.
that you have to pay for
Yes.
monthly.
Of course. Of course. Of
It's
course.
like it's like over $10 a month to
Wow.
just to sleep in your bed. It's like somebody found a way to monetize a
I know.
monthly subscription on the most mundane of furniture,
Yeah.
like your
If
beds.
the aliens are watching this and they're choosing to invade us and they're watching our signals coming from Earth, just go ahead and take us out. We are so ripe for the picking. We got beds with subscriptions. That's how bad we are.
So, best case scenario, you have internet and AWS is working, but you're paying a subscription to sleep in your own bed. Besides that, when the internet went out, these beds were stuck in their current positions and you could not rearrange them. And they're the kind that have
Why
like the
are they
lift.
connected to the internet?
So you can charge $10 a month, John.
Yeah, but what's the advantage to me as a consumer? It's not like there's a new sleep pattern that's been invented. It's not like I'm getting system updates every month. Like they're not deploying a new firmware update to the bed every month. There's no
Maybe
reason to
they
have them
are.
connected.
So it, I'll play both sides of the fence for a minute. So the idea of the service is that the bed has a multi-part system of a comforter and a platform that raises and lowers. And of course, that has to be able to raise, lower your head, heat and cool your mattress. And all of that needs to talk to AI services in the cloud because you have to record all of that through AI and make predictions on what the person what the person's going to need in order to sleep better.
If I worked at this company, I would love to be on the meeting where the PM suggested, hey, if we just make it put it in the cloud as opposed to something local, and we can save $5 on local storage, and then charge people a subscription. Just like the evil laughter coming out of that room must have been fantastic.
Like the Dr. Evil Pinky
Yes.
Like,
we'll charge them $10 a month so they can lower their beds. Wow. So all these beds got stuck because of this outage. Fantastic.
Yeah, because I guess all of the internet relaying information back and forth, they couldn't have done locally just for the simple things like lowering your head just in case. So there was no fallback. So these people were stuck,
Perfect.
unable to lay flat.
The counterpoint here for me is that the internet shouldn't be this fragile. Like a DNS problem.
No, it should not.
Yes. No, I mean, like the fact that we all rely on US East 1 is a problem. The fact that DNS is so fragile is a problem. The fact that we have internet connected beds is a problem. What are we doing? So anyway, take us out. We're ripe for the picking. Sorry.
I'm sure Amazon's had its fair share of lumps this week. On the bright side,
everyone continues to use their stuff. Like they are by far the number one use case, right? And I don't know.
On the bright side, Alexa was out.
Oh, perfect.
So I didn't have to deal with that crap in my house for a couple days.
Stop bugging my house. That's right.
Oh my gosh. I've got another. Yeah, we'll stop kicking Amazon while they're down. I've got another one. I don't remember if we shared this on the show. I meant to last week. I don't know if we got to it. This was crazy. So this person was traveling, and they're getting ready to get on an airplane when they noticed their smart ring was getting tight. So the battery started swelling on the smart ring.
Ooh, that's not good.
And they couldn't get it off their finger.
Oof.
So they had to...
you can't cut that, too, because it's like the battery.
Yeah. So the flight crew correctly diagnosed the issue and said, do not get on this plane. Like, do not get on it. You're going to have to get another flight.
Yeah.
And this is after they had been traveling like 47 hours straight to get home. Ugh. Like, this is the last thing I want to happen while I'm traveling.
Yeah. Plus with the altitude, your digits are swelling regardless, right?
It would have been a disaster. They would have lost their finger if they would have got on the plane and flew with that. I would have totally done the same thing and not gotten on the plane. They had to go to emergency to get it removed, and then they had to rebook flights to get home.
Did they cut it off? I would imagine the manufacturers don't like when you cut through batteries.
It doesn't look like they cut it to get it off.
Okay.
But they were able to get it off in emergency somehow.
Okay. Probably just froze, but he stick his hand into a bucket of ice or something.
There was a follow-up that Samsung had asked for the device to be returned for failure analysis, and they gave them a replacement and vouchers and paid for
when
the
batteries start swelling, especially with the high heats that these things burn at, I would not be wearing one of those.
If it is a device that has a battery like this, I do not want it attached to my body in a way that does not have a quick release. Like if it's glasses, I want to be able to take them off. If it's a ring, I want it to be able to just snap off somehow. If it's my wristwatch, Velcro and it's gone. These batteries can go
burn hard.
thermonuclear very
Yes,
quickly.
they can burn very hot.
So if you have a Samsung smart ring, be very wary of it. This is not the first time this has happened, by the way. There was a whole thread. I mean, it's a big thing.
So apparently in the chat, Aztec Consulting is saying that he swam in the ocean for 7 days wearing the ring. So silly.
Oh, the individual that we're talking about wore it for 7
Yes.
days in salt
Yes.
water. I mean, I doubt it wasn't advertised as water resistant. He was in Hawaii. Does that make a difference? He deserved it. He was in Hawaii. Enjoying that Kona coffee. He needed to be put into check with the smart ring.
Yes.
It's awful. All right. Announcing, maybe this will help us with some of our problems. There's a .NET
That's
security
quite a
group now.
segue there, Ed.
I organize these. I spend dozens of minutes
Dozens.
putting these segues together, John. Go ahead. This was your story, wasn't it?
Yeah, this dropped earlier. So the .NET Security Group is basically it's a formal collaboration between Microsoft and other organizations that distribute .NET. And so now the goal here is to be able to deliver security fixes for .NET simultaneously across multiple distributions. And this group builds on the work since 2016. This is with organizations like Red Hat, Canonical, IBM for sharing patches. And the reason why this is important, obviously, is because when you're shipping versions of .NET that you want to have patches, for example, and you're not relying upon other means of distribution. If you're shipping a .NET distribution, you want to have patches for it. This is a way in which you can get early patch info and better synchronize with Microsoft's disclosure cycle. So it's great. This is a security feature that I think is needed, and it's just something that came across my radar. So I thought, thumbs up. That's nice.
Very cool. I stumbled onto this post. It's another .NET share, and this is an overview of what's new in C# 14. So we've got some new additions coming in November. We're going to have a new release of all the .NET things. We've kind of talked about some of the overview of the complete .NET ecosystem. Now there's some more granular stuff coming out from folks. And this was a good read. It talks about the new field keyword and some of the new Lambda parameters. We've got new extension methods, partial members, another null conditional assignment operator.
Oh, good. Just when you thought question mark, you didn't have enough question marks.
This is one that we've been using, like wanting for a long time, ever since the rest of them came out. What this does now is it checks to see if something is null before an assignment happens. You could do this at the object level before, but not at the property level. So you could do the double question mark assignment, but now they've shortened this statement down to where you can assign it that way. So there's that one, the extension elements I mentioned, all sorts of good stuff. This is a really good read up at pvsstudio.com if you want to check out all of the details on it. And then, of course, we have to segue into another bookmark your .NET Conf. They finally have the speaker roster up. Last time we visited this page, it wasn't ready yet. They hadn't announced.
Look, I'm running an event myself in December. I don't have my speakers up on the page yet, so these things are tough to organize. So
just AI generate some. That always goes over.
There you go. Yes,
that always goes over well.
Not Scott Hanselman. It's Scoot Bunselman. Yes.
We talked about that before. Conference got in trouble for doing that. This is not all of the speakers. This is just starting to get populated. So you will see a lot more hit here.
Yeah, if you've never attended .NET Conf, you've never seen it before, attend it. It's a great event. It's got a lot of stuff around it. You can just sit in your pajamas, watch it the whole time. I suggested to Ed that maybe we should have a watch party. I don't know how fun that would be, but it'd be kind of fun. It'd be kind of fun to have like the alternative commentary of what we're seeing on stage. Like, oh, check out this guy. You know, he thinks this is the best feature ever. You know, I've used that. That's terrible. You know, whatever.
That would likely get my MVP status taken away. I'm too dead honest. I will just blurt out things that I'm angry at.
You're introducing the what now?
Like, why did you Silverlight semantic kernel and not tell me? So I've got to re-record 30 hours of courseware I just made. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to move on to some AI stuff, John. One of my friends on Twitter shared this one with me. This is by Modus Create. I think it's like a consulting digital transformation type company. But they did this really interesting study on AI developer tools. And I went ahead and downloaded it so we could kind of pick through it on the show. But if you want to grab it, it is up on their website at modus.create.com.
I got it up now. I'm just looking at it right now. This looks great. I'm going to share this with some folks.
Yeah, I shared it internally as well.
Email, of course, I will provide that.
This was a study they did to kind of measure whether AI coding assistants were truly helping enable developers to write code faster. And what they did is they split the teams up and gave them similar exercises across two teams and measured various activities with the A/B test to see if the coding assistants helped. And
so I've got the executive summary up on my screen right here, and I'll read you. It says that the executive summary says 50% reduction in development time, enabling faster delivery and improved yada, yada, yada. 30% reduction in required engineering headcount per project. Increased ability to deliver cross-stack solutions, reducing reliance. Okay, and then consistent code quality. Yeah, all the stuff you'd kind of expect. Like, they help, basically. I think that the tools in the early days, like say a year ago, were a bit rough. I think we've moved. I think like things like GitHub Copilot were a good V1 of what was possible, but I think you're seeing a lot of competition now in the marketplace, and these tools are getting pretty good. And I think that this is an interesting sort of project summary of everything that's out there. I'm going to share this with my team. I think we're going to be very interested in what they found in here. I'm just scrolling through the PDF.
Yeah, this was really good info. But they even break down like the type of team that they have, how long they spent on things, and some of the tools that they used, and then their review process, coding standards, development hours. So some of the things they found were, AI did go down a rabbit hole on stuff. It did hallucinate sometimes.
You think?
Even though it did, the engineers were able to identify when those situations were happening and either stop it and restart the process, or go through, you get that 80-20 like Pareto of code where 80% of it's good, 20 of it's crap, and then you got to rewrite that 20%, even though that 20% might be like the key business cases that you're going after. At least that 80% boilerplate stuff is out of the way and you don't have to deal with it. So in the long run, it did speed up the process, even though there were some of these problems. So they even have a key learnings page here that has a lot of the more drilled down summaries of everything. This is one that I know people love, the Cursor Figma integration through MCP. So this gets you, closer to that pixel perfect translation of the designer wanted it this way, and now we coded it, and we want it to look the same. So a lot of good stuff in here. It's a really good report. It's about 20 pages long. If you get a chance to grab that, check it out.
Looks good.
And on the counterpoint,
counterpoint.
Theo had a great video discussing the same topic. This one is, it's got the classic clickbait title of "Vibe coding is already dead."
Eh,
But there's some really good points he makes in the video. So I'll just summarize, and then folks can go find this easily and
okay.
watch it yourself. Um, his counterpoints, where the vibe coding tools are useful, as we mentioned in the previous report, but there's been like this massive uptake, and now it's starting to taper off. It doesn't necessarily mean it's completely dead, but there's an influx of people getting into the quote vibe coding space that weren't developers, and they thought they could just churn out apps and become rich overnight. And a lot of those people glommed onto tools like Cursor and Bolt and those things, and tried to spin up an app, realizing it's a lot harder than typing a few paragraphs into a prompt and setting up a new bank account to collect all your money. And now those tools are starting to see a decline in new users and repeat
Yep.
from existing users. And it's more getting absorbed into the IDEs that we already had, like Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio, the JetBrains IDEs, and stuff like that. So it's kind of good old pendulum swing type of situation. But one point he made here that I really actually enjoyed and got a good laugh at is he said it reminds him of GoPro. He's like, GoPro, promised that everybody was gonna be the next director and put like a camera in everyone's hands, and ultimately what it did is made thousands or tens of thousands of hours of video that nobody's gonna watch. And a lot of these coding tools are doing the same thing. It's like a bunch of apps being created that nobody's going to use. So it's a fun video. It has some really good points in it. It's worth
Nice.
giving a watch. Jasper, the
Yes.
Shade Tree developer. Yes, I guess
Yes.
that's the name of the blog. Wolverine 5.0 is here with some
Yeah.
AI-generated cover photos.
Yeah. So this is Jeremy D. Miller talking about the new release of Wolverine. We're big fans of the Critter Stack and Wolverine, etc. And so Wolverine 5.0 just announced actually today. And so it's released. It's up on NuGet. You can grab it now. There's some innovations around that have been added around threading, etc. Lots of API changes, etc. I guess we should probably describe what Wolverine is and what the Critter Stack is and all that sort of stuff. It's basically an open source .NET message bus, and it's based on messages, etc. There are many alternatives out there. There's mass transit, etc. Wolverine. It's asynchronous, allows you to do these really scalable architectures, etc. The Critter Stack is essentially a set of it's like a framework that provides a bunch of tooling. It's around Martin and Wolverine, etc. It's built on CQRS and event sourcing, etc. So basically, Wolverine is an evolution of the current messaging bus that they have available. And so if you're at all keen at exploring how this works and looking to do this sort of architecture pattern within your own apps, definitely take a look at it. It gives you really good scalability, allows you to do some really cool things in terms of messages and asynchronous processing. So Wolverine is one such framework for doing that.
You said a lot of nerdy things in there.
Oh, shut up.
CQRS, this is all dealing with like database querying and responses and messaging across that backplane of servers and whatnot.
Yeah, CQRS is command query responsibility segregation. It's basically the way in which you can optimize around sort of like CRUD systems, etc. And there's a certain patterns around it, so it's a basically an architectural pattern.
I was having a chat with King of COD in our chat stream, He's saying he's working on some Node and React stuff and translating that into .NET, and the AI coding tools are really helping. I
Nice.
find the same thing. Like I technically did Python last week, and I never wrote a line of it myself. I just had
Technically, this is true. I wouldn't call myself a Python development.
no, but I installed the Python libraries that I needed to run, and then I just told AI like, "Hey, I've got these
That's
Python
not Python
dependencies."
coding. That's vibe coding, man. Come on.
It was. And I was like, I need to run these commands, make some scripts for me, and it all worked. And I never actually touched a physical line of Python. It generated
It's
the
like saying
scripts
you're
and ran them.
it's like saying you're a handyman after hiring the carpenter. You know, like, oh, I kind of stood there and watched him do it.
I mean, I paid the bills, right?
Right.
No, I was using our new system here at Progress. We have a software as a service that does retrieval augmented generation, and I needed to ingest a bunch of data into it.
Okay.
And there is a Python library for doing various uploads and things. So what I did is I knew I could use it to automate stuff. So I went into Visual Studio Code, opened up a prompt, and pulled in Playwright. I've talked about Playwright too much on here. And I said, all right, Playwright, go out to these web pages and find links to all of this relevant information, and then write Python scripts to ingest all of those links that you find. So that's what it did. It just like generated all of the scripts, ran it, and then Playwright went out and grabbed all of the links and started ingesting things into the script. So it was really cool.
Nice.
And it worked. So actually, what
And
I
it
did
worked.
that for,
Amazing.
what I'm doing is I'm building a personal vector database of all of the .NET updates. So I can just go in and ask with natural language, like what specific thing I want to know about .NET 8, .NET 10.
8 is so last year.
Yeah, whatever, what's new in any framework core, whatever query I want to give it, it can just answer because I've ingested all of the blog posts that we've had on this show and all of the release notes and all of that stuff. So we'll see how that turns out. I might put that in my my demo for .NET Conf.
Nice.
All right. Speaking of vibe coding and interactivity with the command line, see, I did it again. I managed to do it. It's even a Python. They even have a Python script right there highlighted.
Geez.
How
Yes.
good am I? I can do
I
this
know.
in my sleep. The new Gemini CLI is an AI-enabled CLI, John.
Yeah, so Gemini CLI just shipped a new update, which is basically making it fully interactive. This is awesome because basically if you're running editors like Vim or Nano or monitoring tools, or you're looking to do interactive Git workflows, if you're doing a rebase, for example, you can all do this without leaving the CLI, which is fantastic. As folks know, I'm a huge fan of CLIs. I'm a particular fan of making them more interactive. I think that this is a lost art. We used to do this a lot in the 80s. So basically, the way they've done this, as they explain in this article, is they utilize a pseudo terminal, PTY support. And that basically means they spawn terminal processes or sessions under the hood, captures their state, etc. It does a lot of stuff there. It's very reminiscent of the sort of TUIs or TUI apps that you see coming out of the Charm folks. These are the folks who built a UI subsystem for TUIs based on Go. But because this is for Gemini, I'm a huge fan. Love the fact they're moving this direction. Looks super awesome. I think that, the fact that this is now available as an interactive feature within 0.9 is great. Now that if you update the Gemini CLI now, you should be able to run commands like Vim or Git rebase or htop directly within inside the session, and then that allows you to stay focused within that context and gives you basically allows you to stay in your vibe, man. Allows you to do what you like. It's all cool, sort of thing. No, I'm a big fan of innovations like this.
I'll share my screen and I'll show you what I've been doing to vibe code, John. Um, I open Visual Studio Code. Okay. I
Great,
don't
here we
open
go.
a folder. Do not open a folder. I don't open
Do you even
anything.
use your hands? You just talk to it, right?
You can do that. I do use that, by the way. But I will start with nothing. I don't open a folder. Don't try to create a new project. None of that. Open this guy up, hit the expand full screen button, and just
Yep.
start asking it to do stuff. And that's how I did the whole Python thing. Like I just
There
said,
you
all
go.
right, here's what I'm up to.
Brilliant.
Start planning. I use drop this into GPT-5. It's good at planning, and I just say, here's what I need to do, and then it will tell you, like, all right, you're gonna do Python. You're probably gonna want to create a folder and install these scripts first. And I'm like, sure, have at it. Here's my command line access. Go for it. And 30 minutes later, I have a RAG database full of .NET stuff. It's the needing to know how to solve the problem rather than writing the individual lines of code now. At least for some things. We still need apps and we still have jobs, but yeah.
Until the
That's
robots take over.
That's how I do some things now. Is I just jump straight into Visual Studio Code.
Sure.
And you can talk to it, by the way. You can talk to it. Let me make sure I have the right link here really fast. I'm pretty sure this is the one I wanted. Yes, that was correct. So if you want to chat with us about stuff, I'm pasting our Discord link.
I was wondering where
into
you're going with
chat.
this for a second there. I was like,
Yeah,
wait,
we
what's
have a
that doing?
Discord, and we talk about all things AI and coding and software development and all sorts of nerdery goes on in there. So make sure you jump into our Discord and chat with folks. Just wanted to share that out. And then
Nice.
it's time for a segment that we haven't had in
Oh,
a
good.
long
Here we go.
time. It's
Here we
all
go.
a segment that we know and love. It's time for Can I Play Doom? This was
What is this? What is this?
somebody AI slopped an image that was Doom on a typewriter. So they were like, this would be funny. We'll do create an image of Doom being played on a typewriter. And then the next person in chat was like, all right, I'm going to put it in VO.
Oh,
And
God.
like, now we've got
Oh, wow.
a playable, well, it's not physically playable, but a video of someone
Sure.
playing Doom on a typewriter.
That actually looks pretty good.
It's pretty cool. It has sound and everything. I don't know if you can hear
Nice.
it through the browser,
Yeah,
but I thought that was fun. We haven't had a good Can It Play Doom in a while.
Yes,
So
that was very good.
I wanted to
Nice
get
one.
something up there. That's all I've got, John. I can't top that. Join us on
Awesome.
Discord.
Yes,
Chat
join us
with
on
us
Discord
there.
for the memes and the debauchery.
Yes. Yeah. And if you get in a line, I didn't send you. John did.
Yes, you can blame me. That's fine.
All right. Any parting words, John?
No, we've been really busy. We've got events coming up. We're going to be at KubeCon. We're going to be at AWS reInvent. We were or are at GitHub Universe. Is that on now? It is, yes. So folks are there. Check us out at the booths, etc. We've got Shipped coming
Awesome.
up. Octopus.com/shipped. It's our virtual event, 2 days, December 9th and 10th. If you would like, you can submit a session. We have it up on Sessionize. So just search for Shipped. And you'll find a listing there, Ship 25, if you want to submit a session, maybe, so wouldn't hurt, maybe, a little bit of vibe coding, Ed, it can show us how to
Does it
vibe
have to
code.
be DevOps?
No, it can be anything, basically. So, yeah,
Okay.
so let us know. And that's what's going on here.
All right. Sounds good to me. We'll see you next week, folks.